the North Cat, baby, I'm a boss. Carolina barbecue sauce with the slaw. I'm the safe, the cellar, and the vault. I'm the best, the effect, and the cause, I'm the law.
Distance, they watch from afar. Been able to move up like they did and capitalize on all the open ground and been able to move forward and advance in such a way that no one else can get there either before them or after.
Yeah.
It proves it in the long game. That's how they come out on top of games. They did it quite well. I mean, hell, they have 24 points, 10 of them from the placement, 14 of them from kill points. Literally, no team below them right now has 10. We're not in double digits. Nobody.
So now here's the next look for Na'Vi. Now, we know they have the southern drop, but if you watch the PEL, you saw them towards the end of it, dropping up towards the north. They have a backup location, and they're also good at using it. Now, whether or not it becomes a factor, we're yet to see. Keep your eyes across the board at everyone else as well. G2 heading further northeast than you'd expect, going to go all the way up towards Campo Militar. That's very free, considering in the, I guess, again, PEL, there's a lot more teams up there. This time, not so much. Where is everyone else? I'm seeing the Knights, Team Liquid quite close by. I don't think we'll see any initial clashes. They kind of moved that out of the way.
They will hold C9 back. G2's on the back door as well. C9 potential here to get crushed between two rosters. This is going to be dangerous because they have an open field. They don't have to rotate if they don't want to. They are still inside the white. I think G2's going to head to this one.
Oh, this is a big pickup phase. That's revenge as well. SSG were the spoilers that came through, and that phase kind of got blended all together. But that's a nice little pickup. Bahawaka and Hetra not having a chance to get into things. And I'd love to see Bahawaka really kick off on this one. He had that bolt action. We all get excited to see it. Didn't have the chance to. And again, FaZe dig their heels in. They're holding two compounds on that side. They're looking almost stubborn in the way they're approaching. That southeast side is getting very, very busy as well. That's K-Mind having a little look here and knocking the door as G2. I would not want to be fighting these guys in these open fields. They scare me, G2. They really do. Kane does get warded away, but where is Chris? Chris is off on an island. That's fine. Don't worry about Chris. He'll do his own thing. And we do now see a lot of these teams getting picked apart here. Singularity, Pommy did get the first blood, but he gets traded on. So that's going to be the Red Canids finding a way back through here. And again, that's that kind of, I guess there's a lot of these teams looking for ways forward. Atletico struggling this time, coming forward and getting caught out by the Knights. They maybe send it a little bit too risque for their own taste.
Right here, they have the info at least.
Oh, Incognito might be pulling up here as well.
I mean, G2 are battered. We saw one of the players go down and was confirmed.
Oh God, Ronan. Oof, was driving that good job.
Nade could have been a bit lower if it were an underball one. It could have been good. Balor holds the angle for now as they do make the approach onto this building. They will get inside, but not without damage. Drassel's on the opposing end. And remember, if you're upstairs, the only way to get to the upstairs is through either door.
Oh, Drassel.
You can't leave that unchecked. Oh, that grenade.
It wasn't ticked. He had time. Nicely worked out from Drassel. Takes his time. That's going to confirm what he started with that Scar. Looking for more, though. This guy is an animal. Balak's moving up as well. They can smell blood in the water. They know it's not going well for the other side. Why not pressure? While the wounds still sore. You can see the Aussie boys trying to stay alive here, find a little bit of cover, a little bit of a respite, and there really isn't much. They're going to be breaching this one little by little, step by step. They get closer to taking out Incognito, and you can see Balak clearing it very meticulously.
I like the aggression. Send Balak to one corner. Let him hold it, get the knock, and then just advance in. Done a fair amount of damage, but the problem is Incognito are here. They have to deal with them, clear them out, and they continue their game and do their normal thing.
Circle shrink. Ooh, okay.
It has been favourable to...
Actually, wait, here we go. Yeah, that's a nade coming back out. Yes, Incognito are cornered, but put an animal in a corner, they'll come out and give you the fight of their life. And, well, we'll see what they can do with it. Balak is down to 1 HP as well. This is basically on Drassel to try and temper this to ensure that no one can really push off the back. And that's exactly what Incognito want to do. Pressure it back again. McCoy's bleeding out pretty quickly, so they're going to have to keep this one in mind. Juicy around the corner. Incognito certainly wants some hearts before. Spots out Balak up above, trying to be a little bit of a Batman there doing the damage. And, oh, Juicy up above, sprays down! And that is a big pickup, going to punish the Ghost Boys. Balak's there. This is madness and mayhem in the smoke. Ghost walk out with it, but they lose everything in the process. And here is the crash on the compound. G2 coming down the hill. Chris is there, Erdia is there, Kane is not. But H1 and K-Mine better be careful.
He's got a rock to play with, so the res might be possible. There is a player up on the backside of the hill. C9 chomping at the bit to try and get into this one and maybe finish them off and secure this compound for themselves, but they can't do too much. We move across the phase clan. Looks like there is a push up here. Na'Vi directly in front of them, previous champions. This is going to be a big battle. It's a battle for the circle. This is the only way in. One of these two teams will be going down. You cannot share this compound. There's no escaping it. FaZe, they're all committing. They have to push this. They have to go through.
Uber's already found one. Senya's falling. FaZe almost feeling entitled to this one. You can see the smoke coming up from Uber, allowing his teammate to move forward here. This is smart play. This is keeping everything in mind. They're trying to tick the boxes to allow them to play out. They poke them all the way, your last man standing from 0 to 0, and that nade is certainly not worth its weight in any sort of amount. Pokemon Boy needs to move up, maybe trying to buy time. Uber is lingering, lurking. He's found an angle to play with, but he can't get out from this, and he knows it. He's pinned in, and FaZe are out for blood here. They want those points. They want the way in. 5 kills already. That is a big amount. Uber, peekaboo. Don't get ahead of yourself here. It's still Pokemon Boy. There's still danger. And let's see if he can do any more.
Not enough damage, so there's 2 of them. They can send it. Job done. Previous winners now in 15th. Just before them incognito. Oh, turned on a dime. Udyr spins around. Job done. They keep control of this one. G2 take the base. It looks like they lose one in the process, just up on the back of that hillside. But the bullets keep on flying from a distance. Liquid have the read on this. And so do Hell Yeah Brother, actually, all the way up against the edge of the circle. Nice smokes from FaZe, allow the teammates to do collapse on this one, send them out. Ghost, not looking great for them. The circle's good, but with a 16th place and only 1 person alive, it's not the best scenario in the world. Drayden, interestingly, as a 2-man band, still going strong. Now the Rumblers out of the
They
frying
get a
pan.
nade through that roof, Rich.
We've seen it before.
We have, and there's the first. Lost HD.
Oh.
And there's the follow-up. Rumblers getting rumbled. Can't run, can't hide. The nades will find you. Singularity.
Here's his follow-up.
Is this going to fight?
Ooh, baby.
That was nice. You love to see that. Now, my attention turns to the likes of Tempo Storm, to Liquid, to Athletico. I can't underestimate them now, but FaZe Clan on 6 kills is a big, big number to look at. Jeemzz can be trying to unleash towards his EU brethren. 12 teams remain, though, in the new circle. Centering up towards the western side, north of Hacienda. Well, it still has a bit of Hacienda in it, but center point is north. Drayden, good spot. Real's good spot. Athletico still safe. Team Liquid still safe. FaZe need to move. G2 need to move. Hell Yeah Brother need to move. And we have a crash coming in towards the remainder of Ghost Gaming. Balak is going to be on notice here.
Keep an eye on that kill feed, see if he does go down. He does. Balok's gone. 12th position for Ghost Gaming. Valiant effort. They didn't go out in 16th again, so it's better. They regrouped a few points on kills. It's better than nothing. It's not the best position in the world. Tempo Storm. Only way to get better is to win this one. Singularity in front of them. Left-hand side, Space Station Gaming, another NPL roster. FaZe Clan, time for them to move. They are going to be well up against this one. Atletico and Liquid are right in front of them.
Yeah, this is nasty. Wait, they're going right towards Liquid. Ibby, pre-nade, in it goes. He's going to try and buy time on this, but Ace's got an angle on him. Ibby's in danger here, surrounded on all fronts. He is in trouble. Left, right, center. He gets down. Uber, is there more to be found, or is he done for? Jembty's nade finds AC. Jeemzz is on the run. Look at this flank from this guy. Pure confidence at its finest. Falls away, does the damage. Is there a third party? It's actually the Knights claiming some of these kills, so everyone's piling on it. FaZe knew they had so few options. And you're seeing it right in front of you. Fuzzface, last man alive, has to move away.
And unfortunately, they'll be running right into the open arms of Atletico. This should be bye FaZe Clan. There you go. That's a bit unfortunate. From the arms of Team Liquid into the arms of the Aussies. We move them across because we do have a breach here. Speaking of Aussies, Hell Yeah Brother, they've turned up. Bitloft, they've got to fight for this one. 2 till still standing. If they get this fight, they'll be able to get the reses and continue forward with a full 4-man stack. There's damage on the opposing side as well. Red Canids, that's a third party coming into this one at distance.
And they're in such a good spot. Do not underestimate that. And look at these. That's some pressure coming through. And Bidloff I thought they might have had a way better shot at that, but the third party completely destroyed it. G2 looking like they want to maybe find a fight towards Liquid, but it is not something you should be doing. Tempo Storm claiming Hacienda as their home as Singularity hit the deck. They are not moving. They don't want to peek this. They could play spoiler, sure, but it ain't fun to be fighting against Tempo Storm. These guys can be deadly, and if they get a glimpse, spot something, they'll certainly capitalize.
Especially being up on that roof, there's certain areas and pockets you can traverse around there to give yourself cover. You can drop down to the little rooftops, the little ledges. So there's a safety net behind it, even though you are exposed when you are up on top. Circle.
Nice.
Favourable. There's still plenty of space to play in the middle. That will give you a good defilade to at least hide in. Liquid, they're sitting pretty. 4 up as well, moving into this one, into the top 10. Hell yeah, brother, were gifted by the Red Canids and allowed to regroup themselves and get back on the feet. But the problem is now they're outside the circle, and basically in front of them is a complete open field. You get a couple of barrels here and there, but apart from that, they are well and truly exposed to the weather and the elements outside.
Yeah, this should be, if I'm honest, a Team Liquid game. If you're looking at it from a purely positional basis, you can say the Red Canids are in a great spot, but then you look at caliber, pedigree, this should be a Liquid game all day of the week. Jembty getting the spot, getting the tag. That's G2 on the move. They're going to try and centralize this one. They're kind of sending it pretty late here, getting to the slap bang middle of this spot, and Team Liquid are committing towards this one. They want a bit of that, because really that could be the spoiler to them. Look at that ridge line. It's so perfect to fight against Team Liquid if they have to move. Hell yeah, brother, are moving up as well. They found a little bit of cover in the open field. Not ideal at all, but it'll be home for now.
It's better than nothing, and I'm surprised they've been allowed to get to that point. The Red Canids didn't capitalize on this one. Atletico also have to send this one. So they've sent 2 out with the dogs, but unfortunately for them, the Knights, they are up on the top, and Atletico are getting hit from behind as well.
They are, but Tempo Storm are third partying. They've turned up as well, and right in the middle of the Knights, I think Drayden was your last man alive, and he got swept aside. Now the nades go further. Atletico know they're not out of the fire just yet, as Tempo Storm aren't far away, but while all this happens, G2 have somehow stayed alive here. Your boy Dre's keeping tabs on the back, making sure no one's coming through that way, because there is teams down there. You have Space Station Gaming and Singularity still down in the south, and there's a pick from afar. That is going to be the Red Canids again finding picks. That's big pickups.
I wonder if that was off the back of the res. Oh, a certain player go down on the side of Tempo Storm, so maybe they just got caught off guard. With a bolt action like that, you'd assume that he was standing still and looking at a different angle.
God, this is a nice performance. 4 kills.
They're doing all right, aren't they?
That is good.
I'm surprised G2's still alive. I'm surprised no one's been... Oh, wait.
Hello, Rusty Zera finding nades. They found the range here. Look at the push out from them. Raspu's doing as well. Rusty Zera's going off on this one. G2's kind of forgotten about these guys. And Rusty Zera overextends, gets punished for that one. Is there anyone to keep him alive? You can see that desperately trying to. Nice nades coming through. And hell yeah, brother are being battered from all angles. Sharky's now turned his attention back towards Hacienda as they've had to work this one out. Space Station Gaming fell to the trap of Singularity, but I think only one of them's going to be working their way out there. I can't see the other anymore. Tempo Storm swinging back down south, but still, Rusty Zera is not getting up anytime soon.
But still, he's on his last stand there, unfortunately. Liquid.
That circle's very nice.
Oh, Ibiza, he may be tall. Wherever he go, the circle go. It's as simple as that.
He's got an angle. To be fair, as much as yes, Liquid do have a really good spot.
Once the circle goes away from these,
they're screwed. Yeah, but they do have the phase vehicles, I think, that came up to them. So
and the gear,
they
and the
could
meds,
still find a way out of
it.
9 smokes I just saw as well. So they've got a means. It's just not a fun run. And speaking of that, oh, that's an accidental hop there. Gonna fall back to cover. Singularity's remaining man. 7 kills, big kill count here. Hell yeah, brother, still very much alive and kicking, at least in the hope of Vasily doing whatever he potentially can to try and keep hope alive. But again, for me, the Red Canids have been an absolute turn up for the books here. 6 kills, and this could be another. You gotta hit those shots though, Rusty Zera. 3 bullets is all he's got left. That ain't it.
Let's quickly touch on what happens next. All these teams have to make their way to the circle, but once they do, they're going to be battered, they're going to be bruised, they're going to be broken because they're shooting the living hell out of one another. Once you get there, Lauren, G2 is laying down, waiting for them. They'll arrive, their gear's going to be in all kinds of shapes and sizes, and if the damage as well from all the bullets that have been flying throughout this, regardless of who've left, might get basically mopped up by G2 here. You can't make an entry point to the west or the east of the circle because it's open. You have to go to the
shots. He misses the sitters and then bangs out those. Are you kidding me? Rusty Zera, this guy still being a complete and utter nuisance. So you've got Tempo Storm right in the middle of Athletico and Red Canids. Now the Red Canids are not in the new circle. They're just trying to make their stand while they can. And you can see as to why. It's racking up points. And points do mean prizes in this situation. Athletico desperate, chomping at the bit to try and get those shots down towards Tempo Storm. It looks so delectable down there, but they just cannot commit the shots because the Red Canids are just firing over the top of them.
So many people. So many different angles. The Athletico finally strike. And they do go down. Zamprans is back. I think that's him on the last stance there, because as soon as they do.
And while all this happens, Rich, look who's going walkabouts. Team Liquid, perfect timing.
Moving further forward, but now it comes down to G2. The issue for G2 is that Liquid's allowed to position up around them. Okay, they might get a second place and scrape this one. But then once they go after it, look at how much ground Liquid is taking here.
But it's still not ideal ground. If G2 get out of this fight cleanly, they can turn this on a dime, and I wouldn't put it past them, but Chris just gets reminded that these guys can certainly keep up. Now, Red Canids, how much time can they cost them? And this is it. This is the time. Team Liquid are on the move, and they've managed to push up at the perfect time. But Braxico, he was watching it. He finds Jembty. The trade is there, though. Ibby comes back in, and suddenly we're seeing G2 being ripped apart by all sides. Team Liquid large and in charge for now, pushing up as best they can. Jeemzz did get tagged and has slowed it down, and the FPS with the steal towards Chris. Ibby's now on an island. He needs to be careful. The Red Canids are not out of this either. They still have the players up. You do have Udyr still standing, so he can still be a danger. But caught in the middle, it was G2, and they've lost out on everything.
Liquid just has to be careful here. The smokes again will give some sort of information to where they are. They are in open fields. Should the Red Canids move more to the western side and take the uphill area, Ibby will be there to at least keep them in check as the bodyguard. Over the bouncer to try and put a stop on any movement from that vicinity. Udyr will be essentially a focal point for both of these teams. He might just stay down, and if he does, and someone steps on the snake, they'll be getting bit.
Oh, here comes the utility. Does Liquid check for Udyr? I think they will. Jeemzz is very close by. Udyr waiting patiently with bated breath. Backs away, Team Liquid. Toying with how much they can get away with. There's a center point. It is slap bang.
He smoked him
on it.
by accident.
Yeah, Udyr's fine. But you can see this is almost mirrored. Look at how the Red Canids are approaching this. They're putting a lot of their, I guess, eggs in towards the basket, taking that hillside and working off the back of it. Team Liquid do have center point, though. They are way closer to the middle here. The Red Canids need something to spur them on. They have no utility. They're very limited ammo left. They've been in so many fights. I can imagine their gear is broken and beaten. But what a performance from them so far. So they try and chip their way forward. You see the line being drawn here by Team Liquid. They have the angles they want. Sambty is your fallback plan. He's still out in the field. He has Overwatch on all of this. Ibby up close. Jembty not far. Available to trade. Jeemzz holding that eastern side. Wherever the Red Canids want to go, they have a very tough task on their hands as Ibby once more. He's starting to go looking, Rich.
Out of all this, though, Lauren, the issue for me is Udyr. If he knocks one of the Liquid players, that becomes a real problem because they go down in man advantage.
Yeah, first point of contact.
He's been there for a while, right?
Yeah, he's been there the whole time. He's been there since that initial fight kicked off. And he somehow managed to work his way a little bit further down, finds a vehicle. Blue is moving in, and the Red Canids have not made their move while it was seemingly available. Forced to fight now. Sambty spots out one. The second surely to follow. Ibby falls away from this as Sambty unleashes fury. Udyr comes out, but he finds one of the Red Canids. This is bad news for the LATAM side as Jeemzz holds the line, says, no, you will not move forward. You will not get past go. Look at that spray from Jembty. This guy is a beast. And Liquid doing it for the European region.
EMEA. 2 games back to back. This time it's Team Liquid with the win. 9 kills in total, 19-point game. Coming into this one. I can't remember which position. They're actually 3rd on this one, so that will send them flying up the leaderboards because we saw Navi go down in 14th position. So a lot of damage done to the CIS roster. But certainly, Europe is coming out strong.
Is anyone really surprised?
No. Nah. Froz's going to be upset, though. He said, I know winning this.
But for me, Red Canids, where did they come from to bring that game. I love to see that. I really do. I think this is proving so far. We've seen not only the LATAM region providing some big results, some big kills in that, some good placement, but we saw the Aussies doing the same thing as well.
Yeah.
So we've seen every region stepping up. I need CNA.